So let's check out this game. So, okay, so 2 Komokus, high Shimari, 2 stars from white, high approach, okay. When white peeps here, that's a bit unusual. Because usually white peeps here in case there is this formation. Then this peep looks reasonable. But in case there is this connection, then white later asks this move, right? But usually not the peep. The peep looks a bit odd. But probably it's not a minus, but it's just a bit weird. Anyway. And black just utter it from this way. Well, probably possible, but usually we would expect this, right? No, I don't know about, like, I just know that Myszcz lost, but I don't know anything about electricity. Yeah, that reminds me my game in the Grand Prix finale tournament in January. I played Oscar in first round and he lost electricity because there was a snowstorm in Madrid, which is something what is hard to believe, but there was really a snowstorm in Madrid at that time. And like, well, just one district of Madrid simply lost electricity overall. So there was a total blackout. And yeah, yeah, welcome in 2021 indeed. And what was actually even more funny that at that time there was some anomalia weather in Prague. And in Prague we had like 10 or 15 degrees. No snow, of course, but like 10 or 15 degrees in January. That's extremely unusual. Or 2020 volume 2 indeed. Yeah, so it was funny. Like Prague had no snow and 10 or 15 degrees, and Madrid had 50 centimeters of snow or something like that. Yeah. Well, I actually don't. I stop believing in global warming. I just feel like it's just a global change of everything in the weather because sometimes it just doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, so black cuts here, white connects solid, and black takes. That's definitely slack. Black should play here, and white goes up. That's usually what happens, and then black. Yeah, it doesn't apply locally in it. Probably overall, it's a warming, but not in all places, definitely. Anyway, if black Chinook is here, white usually manages to get all of these moves in center. So this is kind of a Joseki, I think. By the way, I forgot who is Myszcz. Can you tell me who is Myszcz? Aha, I think I heard that name. Yeah, after 3 editions of Corona Cup, I know a lot of names, which I didn't know before. Aha, brother of Vitek's wife. I see. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, black took here, and white comes back, and black plays here. And even if white plays here, which is a honte, white is already happy because white got a really good shape, and black's corner is simply not big enough. And most likely e1 will be center after this move. So even Tenuki here is fine. I'm so sorry. Even not Tenuki here is fine. But anyway, this looks big, especially after white got the influence on the left side. This looks big. And here some fight starts probably because probably I would never dare to pincer here against a wall in the bottom left corner. But what to do instead? Because black's position is not very dynamic. C15 is maybe a bit too passive, but I'm thinking about this one. Like this is a move which, for example, AI almost never shows, but I actually play it relatively often, and I have quite good results with that. And after this move is played, then C9 or C10 can be worth to think about, I think. Anyway, C2, and when you are speaking about C15, C15 actually would be reasonable in case there is one more stone. Then C15 is the best move probably because it covers all the edges. But there must be a pincer from both sides, otherwise it's definitely too slow. So that's good to remember about c15. So black jumps. What is this? Didn't white misclick? Isn't it usually here? Ah, I forgot. Yeah, actually, it's been a while since I had the last lesson in Iglo. It's more almost like a month, and I forgot that Alvar often goes crazy. Right. Okay. Anyway, it's weird. Let's see if it will be a mistake or not, but I don't know what will white do after this move. So let's check out. It happened in the game. So white plays here and then Hane. So we basically white is imitating small avalanche, but white forgot black has one more stone here, so black can play here. What will white do after black plays here? Yeah, of course. And now white should play here, right? Like this would be the small avalanche. But unfortunately it doesn't work here for white. So white plays this move, black plays here. This is... Wow. Oh no, this shape is not good for white. Like, how many stones did white spend here? Anyway, Mish actually played pretty precise in this corner, I have to say. Like, he didn't do anything bad. He even... I'm sorry for using that word, but he completely crippled white's shape here. And black kept the corner, and the two stones which were originally attacking these ones are now the weak ones. Wouldn't be better to Tenuki instead of e16? Yeah, it might, right? Maybe it might be because it can be a very important liberty, and in just a few points, it can be also a co-threat, right? So yeah, maybe true. Maybe Tenuki would be better, but still it doesn't change the fact that white's shape is completely crippled, unfortunately, for white. Because, yeah, I mean, especially with the peep and so on. Anyway, white didn't do well here. So white plays here, black cuts. And maybe this is a bit too direct from black. Probably I would expect black to just play Kosumi, check this first, and then just try to attack like this. Because if black plays here, then there is a possibility white will cut through this way, but maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's not a problem because black still gets the outside. Even if black extends, white plays here, black plays here. I think this is good enough for black. Because black gets a very solid outside and white's left side is almost nothing after this Hane. So I think if black just keeps patient and plays like this, also for later, like this Aji is really nasty here. White is close to lose here already. Yeah, so probably this cut was not necessary because this is very unnecessary core, and white can use a core thread here. Because even though black did a very precise job in the top left corner, there is a lot of edges and core threads left. So that's why I think black should just extend here. Like normally this core would be for white too big to play, but white has this local core thread, which black answered, but I think black cannot. But even this is pretty bad for black because it's in Gote. But this shape is hermetic on the other hand. Anyway, if this happens, it's at least not terrible. But here, does black have a core thread? So black tries this, white takes, and then black continues here. Well, this Hane is leaving a lot of edges, but I think probably black should just extend. Just make sure that the horrible shape in the top left corner will be captured. Because like this, it's very unlikely white will manage to run. I guess Alvar would anyway try, but most likely he would die. But I think black messed up. Black messed up here. This should be just an extension. I just feel like this is way too good enough for black. Yeah. It looks great for black. Because like this, we can see that white connected under. And this. Okay, so here black goes crazy for sure, because this is not possible to kill. This is clearly a move which is saying he wants to kill, but black did something wrong already before. Because, for example, black could play here and then connect this way. It looks a bit weird, but white definitely cannot escape this way. Because white cannot connect under. But if black connects, then white has an opportunity to connect under. Black plays here. Here white actually got an opportunity, maybe even playing like this. But I guess this would be black's continuation, and it might happen that the whole white snake at the top side is not enough. It's not alive. So this would be a big problem for white. So that's why white probably just played here. Black extended, white played here, black extended. Yeah, here black collapsed. Black collapsed here, and white can cut. So in the end, actually, white found a way, but it seems like black messed up on the left side. The core was too big. Like, I guess even if the horrible group in the top left would die for white, probably even just like this, winning the core is not bad. But especially when black is not even able to close the formation here, this looks like a total collapse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, also here, I'm actually thinking not to connect. I'm seriously thinking about capturing these two stones, these three stones, playing here and then here. I feel like this is very fine for white. But probably white can also tenuki, but locally it's also to other move. But this is very fine for white, I think. Yeah, so white, so both connected, and so white is going for more. And this is working. This is probably working because black cannot cut. Because black most likely doesn't have enough liberties. So black has to jump out and white is going all in. Okay, so we can I don't have to remind who is white in this game, but if white would just play this way, it's good enough. Yeah, in this game, even though the beginning looked relatively reasonable for both from both sides, then nobody cannot calm down in this game. None of the players. And here white is even trying to capture. So not a capture. Yeah, but anyway, since white managed to save this, but on the other hand, these three really huge stones managed to connect, and finally these four will die as well. This doesn't look good, right? So white still goes out. Okay, I probably should stop saying something which might in theory happen. Because I do this is out of my logic. Like white first white plays here, makes this exchange. Then white extends once again, black answers. So basically white started to murder his own stones here, basically saying he wants to give them up, and he still starts to go out. Wow, this okay, this is surprising. And this here actually black made a misreading and white as well, because black can just capture here. Black can just capture here and white cannot do much. So the fight continues, and black cuts here, and this will be likely a core. Yeah, white definitely overplayed here. Like this move, this whole sequence didn't make sense. I just feel like white already messed up before, but at this moment, white at least needs to defend here probably. Or at least if white wants to go out, then at least do it now. But already at this moment, N18 Aji is there. So core happened. Yeah, so after all, even though it looked originally like a total collapse for black, now actually it's white who collapsed. Yeah, I was actually wondering if white will still dare to play here or here, but it fortunately didn't happen. So white played Ogema, black pushed, white jumped, black attached. Okay, so we are back to a normal game. Black plays here. I'm thinking about pushing up once, but not a big difference. Aha, Hane is not good because white will just cut. So I don't see a reason why black shouldn't extend. Because these two stones are not sacrificeable in a very good way. Yeah, this is, we can see that this is not good. Well, black at least could try to go up at this moment and aim for Q5 squeeze or something like that. But otherwise, I don't see a reason why black should let these two stones go. Because like this black is super over concentrated, the base is not there anymore. Yeah, like black is leading, but the game is not finished for sure. What? Don't tell me black wants to try to live there. Oh, black really tries. No, black should play here. Like, black is fine at this moment. Like, first of all, living on the left side is not possible. And second of all, black is not losing. Why should black try to live there? Black is definitely not losing. Like, I thought that black is doing the exchange for this reason. Like, black might be aiming at d6 later. But, like this, it's not so hard for black to die in Gote. It seems like black just died in Gote. But here, actually, white managed to enter some unnecessary complication. White should play here, because if white plays here, it's just game finished. But anyway, dying in Gote, that's something I haven't seen for a while already. White cut here, which doesn't look reasonable, because I think white should start capturing black here. So there is no problem on the left side. Well, here I don't understand why black didn't cut. Because at this moment, the two stones in the center might be dying. And black might still be in the game, because white, I guess white would be able to run here. So some fight happened here. So white finally started capturing black. Atari this. And white cuts here, black captures. Yeah, but at this moment, white is already comfortably ahead, because white basically got these two moves. Black donated some points on the left side, and white died in Gote. So at this moment, it looks like black cannot make it anymore. But black basically suicided this game. Black basically suicided this game on the left side, and it seems like at this moment there will not be anything important to happen. So it's not necessary to comment the end game. Yeah, so the beginning looked reasonable, but then white overplayed many times in the top left corner, so white collapsed. But then black entered some core which was not working on the left side, even though black could nearly strike a finish. Black instead entered a core which white managed to solve. So then white had the upper hand, but then white actually decided to save all at the top side. So black actually captured the group in the center, so black was leading again. But then, first of all, black for some reason let white play all 3, but black also suicided on the left side in Gote. So that was probably the, the losing sequence. So that was probably losing sequence. So I would like to ask if there are any questions about this game. So if there are no questions, yeah, I have one more question. I actually I realized something. Isn't Alvar the guy who managed to make some huge moyo against Shasho in some Polish tournament. Shasho didn't enter and almost lost. That the game was like 2.5 or something. Someone told me. I think Higaki told me or someone like that. Aha, so it's him. Okay. Yeah, that's actually not that surprising. Yeah, because these kind of guys, even though it might not be that hard to punish them, their overplays, it can be actually quite annoying. So if someone is a one down, let's say, and then it's a possible with this kind of style, it's sometimes possible to beat a 5 down, but also lose to a 5Q. So so it was about to, okay. Mm-hmm. I see. Aha. But but at least he didn't kill the game. Yeah, that would be legendary. Anyway, so I guess that's it about this game. I will